Hi everyone. In this brief screencast, I'm going to demonstrate first how to create a new student enrollment account, and second, how to begin the process of enrolling a student into the Glenbrook High Schools. To begin, navigate your web browser to enrollment.glenbrook225.org. Once here, if you are new to the enrollment system, go ahead and click the Create Enrollment Account button. Here, you'll be prompted to provide information specifically about the individual who is going to be registering a student. So as a reminder, this information should be information about an adult, not about the student that's to be registered. I'll go ahead and populate my different fields here. Enter in my information. Always important to make sure that your street address is complete and includes a full description, state, and zip code. Once completed, click the Create Account button. From here, you'll be notified that an account has been created, and you'll need to now navigate to your email to locate a link that will allow you to log in. I just pulled up my email here. You'll see the registration confirmation and the link to continue enrollment. This link will automatically log me in. There is no need for an additional username or password. As you can see when I navigate to our page, I don't have any students that are currently in progress. So I'll begin by clicking the hyperlink that says Create a New Student Application, or I can select a button in the right-hand corner that says the same item. Next, I'll need to indicate what school year I'm registering for. Be sure to read the descriptions above the drop-down menu to make sure you're choosing the correct school year. Select Confirm, and then we strongly encourage you to take an opportunity to review all of the content on each screen before simply clicking Continue buttons. This information provides critical details in terms of if you have a question during the process, who you can contact, and then also gives you insight into the next steps in the process after you've submitted your application. I'll go ahead and click the Continue button, and you'll notice that as I go through the process on the left-hand side, my icons will change colors and it'll show me exactly where I'm at in the process. I'm going to take a few moments here and enter information on each tab. Now that I've entered all of the information on our first tab, I would like to point out a few important fields. First and foremost, when choosing the Registering for Grade option, make sure that if you are registering an incoming student who will be joining us for the first time in the upcoming fall, make sure to choose Grade 9. No student should choose Grade 8. Second, you'll notice that below we have an option for a street address. Please be sure to include the complete street address where the student will primarily reside. If your student is living within two different households, please indicate the residence that is their primary residence. Next, I'd like to point out that we have a home phone number field and a student mobile phone number. As many of our families have transitioned away from traditional home phones, it's quite okay to add one parent's contact number here. We'll collect other contact numbers later on in this process. Second, we do communicate with our students and have the ability to notify them about emergencies through text messaging. So we do ask that you provide the student's mobile phone number. If a student does not have a mobile phone number, simply leave this field blank. Next, I'll click the Continue button. One of the items that you will notice throughout this process is different errors will occur if our system identifies an issue. So as you are going through, you'll notice that we have a validation process where we're checking to make sure we have the correct address. If you receive one of these errors, simply make corrections to the address. If you're still having an issue, feel free to reach out to our enrollment office for assistance. As you continue through the process, you will be prompted to answer a few questions, such as has your student received different levels of services at their current school? If the answer is yes, please make sure to indicate the correct option. If no, simply click No, and at the conclusion, click the Continue button. Next, you'll need to identify which school you're registering for. please note that the school district has established boundaries based on individual residential addresses. So this information will be validated. If you're not sure, it's okay to choose the school that you feel is most appropriate, and then this will be adjusted by our enrollment office. And then lastly, please indicate which school your child is currently coming from. If your child's school is not listed, at the bottom there's an option for Other, and you'll have the opportunity to fill in that information. Click Continue. Next, you'll have the opportunity to indicate parent, guardian, and emergency contact information. We begin by automatically creating a contact as a parent or guardian, which is the individual that started this process. Verify that the information entered for first name and last name is correct. Then select Relationship. Next, if you prefer to receive your correspondence from the school district in a different language, please select one of the languages selected. Otherwise, select English. And then, using the checkboxes, check all of the options that apply. For instance, Raul is the father, has custody of the student, lives with the student, can call the student out of school, can receive mail from the school, and is also an emergency contact. Again, using the information that was provided to us, we'll populate the first set of information. To add an additional guardian, simply click the Add Guardian option. Continue filling out the fields, and then before continuing, ask that all families provide us an additional 2 emergency contacts in the event they were unable to reach a parent. Continue adding information, and then, when adding an emergency contact, solely select the Is Emergency Contact option. When completed, click the Continue button at the bottom of the screen. Again, if there's any errors that pop up, you will receive a prompt and not be able to move through the process. To clear the prompt, simply follow the instructions provided and then click the Continue button one more time. Transition to steps 4 and 5. You'll be prompted to answer information about documents that you will need to provide the school district. For example, on step 4, we need to provide a birth certificate. Selecting the drop-down menu, you'll choose if the birth certificate is available or not available. In this case, we'll choose Available, and you'll be prompted to upload a copy of that birth certificate. If you're unable to upload a copy, you can simply select the option that says Will Mail or Drop Off Documents. It is important to note, however, that a student's application will not be able to be processed until all of those items have been received. Another option is to simply add the document by scanning it, using it from your desktop. An option, if you are on a mobile phone, is that you can add a document by taking a picture of it using your cell phone. When completed, select the Continue button. At the end of the process, you'll be prompted to agree to the terms and conditions. We encourage you to select the hyperlink and review those, and then add a digital signature. The last step in the process is simply typing your signature at the bottom of the screen and selecting Continue button. Any items that are outstanding will be presented to you on the confirmation screen. You'll notice here that we have a variety of documents that we have said we will mail or drop off. If any boxes are not checked, make sure they're checked, or upload those documents. Again, if you access this link using a mobile phone, you will be able to simply take a picture of the document and automatically update it that way. When completed, click the Submit Enrollment button. Here you can see that the enrollment application has been processed, and now you can simply sign out of the system or create a new student application if needed. If you need any assistance completing the enrollment process, feel free to reach out to the help desk at helpdesk@glenbrook225.org or by giving us a call at 847-486-4555. Thank you so much, and we look forward to welcoming your student to the Glenbrook High School District.